Hold on. Here we go. What's up with y'all, man? Welcome back. We got another video. This next video I got, this gonna be crazy. This gonna be very interesting. I guess it's supposed to be about a school bully, so I decided to take it to the Judge Matthew show. So we finna react to it. We gonna talk about it. So we go pause there and there, but overall we ain't gonna try to pause through the whole thing. I know a lot of people don't like you pausing it and do a lot of breakdowns. It was like, just play the whole video. So let's get into it.
Plaintiff Danielle McDonald says her son goes to school with the defendant's son, and she claims the defendant's son is a bully who assaulted her son. Danielle claims as a result of the assault, her son suffered a concussion, spent the night in the hospital, and missed 7 days of school. So she's suing for the ambulance fees. Defendant Clarice Ross says her son has been friends with Danielle's son since 4th grade. And on the day of the incident, Danielle's son instigated the fight. Clarice claims after Danielle's son called her son names, he hit her son. So Clarice's son hit him back in self-defense.
Start with you.
I'm here on behalf of my son, Dominic Rogers, who was bullied by Clarice's son. He hit my son, knocked his tooth out, caused him to miss 7 days of school, caused him to stay in the hospital overnight, also caused him to have a concussion. My son is a happy-go-lucky person. He never has been in a fight before in his life. He's what you consider to be a nerd. He never treats anyone any other way other than how he would want to be treated. In October 2016, my son was assaulted in the lunchroom. He was bullied. He was hit by Clarice's son.
Was there an argument?
No, sir.
Yes.
No one said anything to anyone. Her son just walked up to your son and struck him?
Yes. The lunch attendant, as well as the security officer in there, walked over and said, the two of you, I don't want any playing in here. So my son proceeded on to class. Upon my son going to class, there was a substitute teacher. Her son, again, carried on the same behavior. The substitute teacher called the principal. The principal asked her son to step outside. Her son did not listen to the principal. Upon class continuing on, after class, her son snuck my son in the hallway, hit him, caused him to fall down, hit his head, knocked out his tooth, and left him
No argument
discombobulated.
again?
Excuse me?
No argument again?
In the classroom, he was upset with my son for hitting him back. There was the argument.
Okay. Why are you laughing? Was the child hospitalized overnight?
I don't know. When I got the phone call.
Oh, you don't know. Do you have any evidence that he was hospitalized?
This ambulance-
Did you tell her?
Oh, I tried
No.
to.
You told her?
She didn't
Or did
call
the
me.
school tell her
Sir,
that
yes.
the child was
Yes.
hospitalized?
Her son was suspended. Mine wasn't. Yes.
Ain't nobody tell me this Dominaire was hospitalized.
No one told you
and
he was
nobody
injured?
ever told me.
This is the first
Nope.
time? Don't interrupt me. Like you over there laughing while she's describing her son got a concussion.
I'm so happy. Cause you know the lady, she looking there like, oh, it's just fun the game. Hey, it's crazy, bro. Let's keep on going with this.
Left school for 7 days, hospitalized overnight. And while she's telling me this, you're laughing. And now that I want to ask about it, you want to interrupt me. Once again, did you ever hear that her son had a concussion?
Like when I got the police report back in, what was it, February?
In
Yes,
February.
in
Yet you
February.
come in here laughing at your son, giving him a concussion. It's funny to you. Go ahead, man, finish.
This right here says that he had to go to the hospital. This is the bill. I brought his evidence. This is the police report.
And that's all you're suing for is the bill?
Yes, not the court fees, not the hospital stay, none of that. Just what would be on my credit.
Hear from you.
Okay, Your Honor. To set the record straight, I wasn't laughing that her son was hurt in this whole situation. It's funny that she keeps saying it was no altercation, which it was. These boys has been friends since the 4th grade. Off and on friends since the 4th
She
grade.
said it was an altercation. She said your son busted him upside the head.
Which is not the truth.
Busted him and gave him a concussion and had him hospitalized. What do you mean no altercation? You
This-
weren't listening. You were too busy
No, no, no.
laughing. That is
Fact.
altercation. I got news for you.
The altercation from 4th grade, they was on and off being friends, and it was an altercation at this time of the incident. I'm not sitting here trying to say my son is perfect. Boys make mistakes. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody go through things. On this day in question, the kids were sitting in the lunchroom, Dominaire, my son, and a few other kids. And they was playing this game called Neck. I don't condone hitting, period.
Neck.
Yes, it's a game that the boys play where they hit each other on the neck and think it's funny. I don't condone it at all. I never have. So after that, they was walking out the lunchroom. Dominaire called my son out his name, talked about my son because he don't have the latest gear. I buy what I can afford.
Mm-hmm.
And he also called me a few things that my son won't tell me so he can spare my feelings. Her son is not no angel, and I did call Miss McDonald and tried to mend this. I called her, and the attitude I got back from her was just awful. Well, I'll just see you in court. I called her so we could try
What
to
did you
hash
say to
this
her?
out. I called her. I said, hello, Miss McDonald. This is Clarice. I apologize about what happened to your son. Let me start there. She said, ain't no way we about to work this out. I just see you in court.
Okay.
But before
She didn't
I
ask
called
you
her-
about the ambulance bill? She didn't mention
No.
it? You didn't mention it when
No.
she called you?
That was the whole reason she called. Why would you call me if it wasn't about a bill, sweetheart?
Yeah, it didn't
Because
make sense
I
to me
think
either.
I
I believe the
also-
woman,
Paper-
instead of suing you, she would have at some point,
No.
say to you, I got a $520 bill. Let's talk about that. You telling me the woman never mentioned it. Got it.
No.
So finish telling your story about
Okay.
what occurred with the fight.
Okay, so after that,
See, that's why I love Joe, man. He catch them in the lie quick. He stops them in their track quick.
Dominaire said whatever he said to my son. They walked back to class, and Dominaire proceeded to hit my son in the head with some books. My son then defended himself. He hit Dominaire.
You know, look at the little kid say, the kid looking like, what? I ain't do none of this. What? Let's go back. Look at this.
My son moved and hit Dominaire again.
Stand up, young man. Stand up, young man.
So after Dominaire said whatever he said to my son, they walked back to class, and Dominaire proceeded to hit my son in the head with some books. My son then defended himself. He hit Dominaire after Dominaire hit him. Dominaire tried to hit him, and my son moved and hit Dominaire again.
Stand up, young man. Stand up, young man. And you
And
tell
I-
me he attacks him. You can have a seat.
Look how big that dude is, and look how little he is. Come on, lady. Come on, man. You tripping with this one, man. Look.
And you
And
tell me he attacks him. You can have a seat. Stop attacking him.
I got,
So, what is the result of all of this with the school?
well, my son received,
Anybody suspended?
my son, 5 days.
Was your son suspended?
No. Then may I add to that, Tiffany,
Yes.
please? My son was not sitting with your son. My son does not play hand contact.
Ma'am, you don't know what your son does, and you don't know
that
what
right?
your son does. All I do know, it does not sound reasonable that he was hospitalized, had to go by ambulance when your son was not harmed physically. Also, I don't think this young man is that brave to attack your son looking at their sizes. Thirdly, you admit that your son was suspended for 5 days. Did you discuss with your principal why your son was suspended? Did you give him
I
the
did.
story you gave me? And what did they say?
Well, when I got there, we were supposed to have mediation. Miss McDonald didn't show, she didn't call, I missed work. So they rescheduled the mediation. And again, she didn't call, didn't show. So it wasn't too much that we could have did.
Oh, yes, it is.
discussing
When you don't
her.
show up for mediation, they dismiss the person's claim who was not there. Your son wouldn't have been suspended because they wouldn't have had the other side of the story. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Well, man. Just the end of this video, man. Let me know what y'all think of this video here, bro. Whose side you on? Who was right? Who was wrong? Hey, I gotta give it to you. That lady lying, cause you look at the sides. I believe the lady right here. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he done that. He did that. So this is the end of this video. See you on the next one. I'm out.